Ooh, let's go ahead and share everything real quick, then we'll get started. Alright. So I have 2 notifications on the page. I don't know. Alright. So, you probably noticed the stream started quite later than I wanted today. It's alright. Alright. Posting that. Now I need to go share it to my own page. Okay. I think we're just about ready to get started. I keep saying I have 2 notifications. Alright. I think we're ready to get started. So I went ahead and included the comments in this video, because I actually had someone talking last time, and I didn't like having to cancel the feed to see what they said. So we're still working in Pallet Town. It's not quite done. But I'm thinking about going ahead and moving on to the next route and kind of just making a baseline for each town. Kind of like this, and then going back in. I want to make things look more realistic, but I think over time I'll become more familiar with the materials, and that'll help me to improve things. So I'm actually going to go ahead and see, for the path, I think we're going to use stone. And that there. So this is basically going to be the walkway. And I think the walkway kind of starts here. Actually, it goes this way some. This is just like the little path that the game has. And think of it as a road. Honestly, it may just be dirt. Like a dirt road, but I think the stone will stick out better. Could use... I think there's gravel somewhere. Cobblestone. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's use gravel instead. Yeah, looks good. So my plan, even when making these routes, is I kind of have a general idea the way that they go. Like, as I'm building these, I'm picturing in my mind me playing the game and what they looked like. So that's kind of how I'm gonna build these roads, is like that. I think I'm gonna stick to 3 wide. Seems to look pretty good. Actually, I just realized something else I forgot too. I believe somewhere right in here there's actually a fence row in front of the professor's house. I'm not sure about that, but I'm gonna go ahead and add this in because I think there is one here. I think there's a sign in front of it that says the professor's house. Which I guess, if I can remember where the signs are. There we go. I should go ahead and label everything too. And this goes like, hold on. Can I put it? Oh, I can put it on there. Okay, yeah. So, actually, I kind of want it. There we go. Well, that looks kind of funky, but so does this, because it's like on the ground. Honestly, that's kind of how it is, though. Professor. I think that's how you spell oak. Oaks Lab. There we go. Welcome to the stream, whoever is watching. If you haven't already, you can like the Facebook page, like and subscribe on YouTube. Alright, now it's somewhere right in here that it goes over to there. So you got 3 there, 1, 2, 3. Actually need a dirt block here. Alright. Yeah, so 3, 3, 3. That way it all lines up properly. Oh, somebody tell me how my audio is. Can you hear me? Am I too quiet? There we go. It doesn't exactly look like that, but actually, you know what? I'm not happy with that. I think it should come up. I know it doesn't touch the corner of the house right here, but it goes more like this. Like that. Goes down, right down. Just like that. Okay. Actually like that better. Oh yeah. I actually need to fence in the rest of this town. Forgot. And this needs to go just like this. This whole town is fenced in. Oops, I think I went a little too far. I'll just go ahead and bring this straight across. Then I'll break out the walkway. There we go. I just realized this actually works better too. I can keep track of how long I've been streaming. Okay. Then it'll go up through there. So, I've actually spent today thinking about how I'm gonna do the ledges that you can drop down from but can't jump up to. And I kind of know where those are, but the only problem is that I think whenever I do the fencing around them, I'll just stack the fence to where you can't jump over it to the side. But I may just set it up to where it is decorative and works. Oh, I just realized something. This is gonna have to be dirt, because some of this road has, like, grass grown up on it. I guess in these places, the trail I can just plant the grass in the... I don't think you can actually see the road underneath, where there's actually grass grown. So yeah, I think this will actually work. So we have another fence over here. Actually, when you walk up through here, this is all fenced. It says fenced in a straight line for a little bit. So you have to walk through some grass to get to the route. Yeah, there's a section of grass right there you have to walk through. You have to walk straight through here, through this grass. So you walk through the grass and you come out up here. And the fence goes this way. Technically, this isn't needed. This comes up through here. And... alright. Oh, I missed a spot. So this first little area you block to, you go to the left and walk up. I think you walk up between some ledges here. So I think there's some ledges that... I'm gonna stack this too high, I think? I've been trying to think of how to do this. And the problem with this is if I stack this up this way to make the ledges, all the ground after this is gonna have to be filled in. And I can't find any other way around it other than to lower everything back here. which means I basically need to start from the highest point that I'm going to be creating, and I'll have to work my way down. So I can't really start with Pallet Town in that case. I would have to go start at Mount Moon and work my way back, work myself backwards. But I think I might just have to fill everything in, honestly. I want to create what I'm trying to create, which is this ledge right here that you can drop down but can't get back up. I don't know any other way around that. Maybe, let's see what we have. I don't know if there's anything that's going to be able to help us with this, to fill everything in. I want to include these ledges though. This is a pretty big thing in the game, because it can actually prevent you from going certain ways and back certain ways. The only way to get around this is to go start at Mount Moon and work my way back down. And then I'll have to change everything here. Everything will go down a level, essentially. Maybe multiple levels. It would be basically starting at square one again. I think we're just gonna have to fill it all in. I don't see any other way around it. I'm only gonna make each ledge block high, so technically I'm gonna be able to jump up on them, but you can't jump in Pokemon games, so nope, not happening. Alright, after you come out of this grass right here, you're back on the trail, which will come up. Then we'll go this way. And then we'll cut up right here. Alright, before I make the trail, I'm gonna have to fill this in. So everything back through here is gonna be filled in. Not gonna lie, I kinda wish I had some help with this now. There's gonna be a lot of stuff to fill in. It's just gonna consume so much time. Okay. But I really want to create the effect of these ledges in the game, so I am gonna do it. Whoops. So the reason I stopped digging that out too is because, actually, maybe I can make this. So I'm actually gonna have to use stairs because this is actually gonna incline up. So, hold on. Let's go ahead and fill in what we have real quick so I can just kinda, this way I can kind of visualize, I don't feel like I'm saying that right. So I can actually kind of see in my head what exactly it's going to look like. So I'm going to have to put in stairs so this levels off with that. Yeah, because this is gonna... So right here we're gonna have steps that lead up. So I need stone step or gravel steps. Is there even such a thing as gravel steps? I don't even think gravel steps is a thing. Cobblestone stairs. I think that'll have to do. It's really the closest thing. And then the ledge you can fall down, but you can't walk back up. Okay. You come out of this, I think there is area over here that you can walk in. Then it's closed off. I'm not gonna line up how far that goes that way. I'm kind of using the path right now as my outline for where I'm going with this. I'll get it right eventually. Basically you'll come up here. So this is actually a good thing, kind of. Because now I don't have to dig down to create the path. Alright. So you come up this first path. There's actually a guy that stands over here. Let's see, and there's actually fencing. It's not fencing, but it's some type of barrier. And the guy stands right here. I'm actually going to mark that for now, because it'll help me see things. And then the path cuts to the right. Actually, since I don't think I can just directly plant grass, can I? Or spruces. Oh, I can. Okay, that's cool. I didn't think I could do this. I can plant tall grass. Nice. Okay. It's actually really cool. Thought I missed some spots in here, but... Alright. There we go. So that's cool. That's gonna help a lot with seeing where things go. But the path will... Hold on, how? 4. There we go. That was too many. Okay, so that comes over to here. Then it cuts up again. And there's a whole lot of grass right in here. So let's go ahead and fill in again. No, I don't think this is going to be as bad as I thought it was. Because I don't literally have to fill in the entire space up through there. I've really just got to fill in the areas that line up with the map that can be in view. Which, in a sense, might be cheating, but it's going to work. We will make it work. Okay. Okay, so let's go and fill that in a little. I feel like this, actually, I feel like this probably comes over a little farther. So I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this. So kind of like what I've said before, none of this is to scale. So this is all just memory, what I remember it looking like. Yeah, I was actually talking to my wife, Neva, last night, and I showed her the map that I had created to use as a guideline, and she asked me if I wanted to see it, which I told her I had no intention of looking at it, because I didn't want to influence anything, like I had said in the last video. And she was telling me that she really wanted to show me so that I could see just how well and accurate I had done it. And I told her that I didn't need to see it because I knew how accurate that little map I made is. Okay. This doesn't stretch all the way over here, so I'm not going to cover all of it with it. I am going to bring this all the way over though. Actually, is there any water in here? I don't think there's any water in here. I know there is an area that has water on the other side of the fence, but I don't think this is it. Though honestly, I may just add it in for aesthetic, to be honest. I mean, we are going for accuracy with this, but for the most part, I do want to make it kind of cool. Okay. So this whole area right here, hold on, let's go ahead and do this with the fence. Okay, so I need to take a second to look back and kind of remember. So you come up right there, there's a guy standing there, he gives you a potion. Walk to the right, there's some grass here. Walk up a little farther, and then you go to the left. I think you go up again. Or actually you don't go up again. The pathway just goes to the left and then cuts right. Is there another set of... I don't think there's another layer, but there might be. But I know it comes back to the right again. And there's a lot of grass. There's a fence in the middle. And then on the left there's a whole lot of levels that you can jump down from. Now, for the sake of time, I may minimize that to 2, but I'm pretty sure it's actually like 3 or 4. But I ain't got time to make all that, so. But anyways, this is all grass. No, get rid of that. Actually, I need to go ahead and bring the fence line up through here. Okay. I know I missed a spot right there. Actually, whoops, no. Okay, yeah. That looks pretty good so far. I just stack it one out through there. Alright, I missed a spot somewhere in there. Oh, there we go. Okay. So, come up, walk through this grass. I need to add some more for this layer. What in the world? Whoops. I clicked the wrong button there. This fence does come up through here, but I'm not sure that it backtracks down through here like this. I'm not sure if it actually comes down this way. I guess it does. Go ahead and leave it that way. So right there. Okay. Come to the walkway. Goes up a little, then turns. Just like that. It comes out to this way. I think the path cuts up right here, or actually, alright, so I'm actually gonna go back up this way a little bit. So when you come down from the city, you can avoid almost all of the grass. So you can come down, jump right through here, miss a bunch of grass. You have to cut over to this side, you can miss the grass with the ledge. I'm actually thinking there might be a ledge right in here somewhere. So I'm pretty sure there's a ledge to dodge this grass right here, and the only grass you have to walk through is that. I think there's a ledge right here. Honestly don't remember. I'm just gonna keep going with what I've got for now. I do know though if there are ledges in some of these places, they are not something I'm gonna be able to come back and fix later on. Once I get past this to a point, I'm committed to what I have. That's why I'm taking the time now to really think this route through, and I'll have to take the time in the future when I'm doing these ledges, because I'm filling everything in to create this effect. If there is a ledge there, instead of just putting something there or ignoring it and leaving everything flat, going back and filling everything in means moving everything up or moving everything down, and that's not something I'm gonna do. It would just take too much time, especially after I've built all this. Alright, so I think this will cut up about right here. Let's go ahead and fill all this in. Okay. Alright, so when you're walking down, you take those 3 ledges to dodge a big patch of grass near the top, which brings you to this point, I think is how it goes. So this actually comes up through here. So I think there's a layer of ledges here. Or, actually no, that's not where it is. That is wrong. So, it comes up this way a little bit. And this path actually turns. Oh, I realized the ledge I'm missing. There's a ledge right through here. Whoops, wrong thing. This is the other ledge I'm thinking of. Okay, yeah, I think I figured it out. There's a ledge right here. That's what it is. There's not a ledge over here, though. Okay. So I actually have an idea too for filling this in that'll make things a little easier. I am going to leave the underneath hollow. I'm not going to fill all that in. I'll just stack it up like stairs. So there's not a ledge on this side though, but I don't think stairs made out of dirt is a thing, so... The only way I'm going to be able to make this without it looking wonky is I'm going to have to extend the ledge over to here. Because if I... wait, no. See, I have to extend it over to here because if I don't, and I leave that level, the ledge is going to be right here, and that's completely wrong and it'll mess everything up. Yeah, so I have to do it this way. Oh no! These aren't supposed to fall! This isn't supposed to fall. I have gravity effects turned off. Hold on. Post options. No, why is it falling? Dang it. Okay. I chose to use gravel and now that's become a mistake because gravel is affected by gravity in Minecraft. Which means I basically have to now double block the entire trail of gravel unless I want to switch, which I think I'm just going to switch, honestly. The rock is cobblestone. I am going to switch the path to cobblestone partway through. And honestly, it's not that big of a difference, but it is going to be noticeable. That's a minor thing I might come back and fix later. I am pretty upset about that though, because I thought I had that turned off. I thought you could turn it off, but I guess I was wrong. This is one of the ways I'm going to speed things up and avoid having to fill every single bit of space in, is I'm just going to let them basically float. This will come over to here, and I'm going to try to line this up with that. This will cut up. Then there will be another level of grass. And before I do that, I need to create this over here. Over here is where we are going to have some more levels and cliffs that you're able to jump down, but you're not able to walk up. I'm going to fill in this underneath on the side. That way if you look at it from the side, it doesn't look funny, but... Okay. Actually, extend that out a little. Let's fill this in real quick. So right here is where the next layer is going to start. We have a cliff right here that you cannot walk up. And that's going to stretch up through here a little bit before we have another cliff that you cannot walk up. Back up a little bit farther from that one. And I said I was going to add two, but I want to put in this third cliff because I know it's there. I know there's at least 3, maybe even a 4th. This is not going to be fun to fill in, but we are going to do it. Unfortunately, there's another thing I'm going to have to do over here on the path. Because this path right here is normally all covered in grass. But in order to add the steps in, I'm going to have to put the path through the grass and just plant the grass around it. Actually, this only extends to about right there. Let's go ahead and fill this in real quick. We'll do this and then we'll do that other part, because I think I might, what I'm thinking, I have kind of an idea that might work so that we can still put that patch of grass there. At least part way, because with the path, I can add in those steps in the middle of the grass. It'll look kind of weird, but there will be still, most of the path will still be covered in grass. And then I'll add the, I said grass in the middle of it, I'll add the stairs in the middle of it, is what I meant to say. Let's do this first though. This will help me, because this actually has a fence post that starts right here and goes up through here. Like this. Oh, not like that. Like that. Still broke the wrong thing. There we go, kind of like that. And I don't remember all of the route names, but I actually think they are numbered in order of story progression. So I'm pretty sure this is Route 1. And then I know when you go left of the next town is actually like Route 15 or something, because it's a later, technically part of story progression, it's a later thing that you shouldn't be going to just yet. You don't have to go that way, but if you do go that way early game, you can actually battle your rival too. Not really an Easter egg or anything, but it's not like a battle, it's not like a mandatory battle against your rival. It's one you can to, but you don't have to progress in the game. It's a good way to level up your Pokemon though. I always did that battle whenever I learned about it. Alright. No. There. And this has fence posts leading through here. Up to about right there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't fill in this little strip here. Go ahead and fill that in. Alright, so right here is going to be the first step up. So I think this is how we're going to do it. At each level up we'll have our stairs, and then it'll be flat. And on each of these little plateaus we will put grass all over. So it'll have spots where it's not grass covered at the steps, but the rest of it will be. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in just a second. Okay. So now up on this plateau, we have this fence right here. It comes out, but it cuts in right here too. Like that. And all of this is covered in grass. Just like that. Okay. And each plateau is going to be like this. So I actually didn't mean to put that there. This is going to come over like that. We're going to cover up that grass. And the steps are going to be here, here, and here. And we'll just go ahead and use stone steps again. And then we'll create this next plateau. Build the fence up and cover all of it with grass too. Go ahead and shape this out. Okay. One more strip and this plateau will be finished. Alright. And then this will be the last level. And we're almost to the next city. Whoops. You know, I've been thinking about doing these like mini clips kind of just showing tours, because I know not everyone is going to want to watch this stream, and that's fine. A lot of this is boring, so I get that. But they may want to see the end product. So, and I'm thinking about I might get some people to play this and kind of give me their reaction to it. Let them walk through the whole map. Almost like they're going on an adventure. You know, and I have friends that for some of them to play this, it would be, or not to play this, but you know, walk through this map. It would be really cool for them because they've played the games. And it's like, wow, you know, to see it recreated like this. That's how I feel while I'm making this. And I'm just gonna walk through and just get my impression once this is all said and done. I will say that all this so far looks great. And I'm pretty happy with it. We've almost got the Route 1 completed. Okay. Of course, this is the top level. Make sure the steps are lined up. 3. Let's go ahead and plant all the grass. The only way this could be any better is if I could take this map and apply it with the Pokemon mod, which would be amazing, but I don't think I'd be able to do that. I'm not sure who created that mod, if it was actually the game developers or not. I do know that there is a more accurate map in creation by somebody. I think I saw it on Tumblr. They're recreating the entire Pokemon map fairly accurately, from what I understand. Okay. We just need to plant some more grass up here. And then we'll build the final little stretch up to the next city. I don't remember the name of. And I don't want to look up the names because I'm afraid that a map's going to pop up. And I don't want to see something I've missed. I do want to recreate this all from memory, so this is basically the map I've created. I may add to as I go along if I remember anything else. Like, I just realized up here in Roxtown, I forgot to put the museum on here. That's a pretty big monument I'm gonna have to build. That in itself is gonna be a episode. So let's just, I just realized I forgot that, and I'll have to add it on. But this whole thing, I can just picture it all appearing, and it's gonna be awesome. So you can see that's the little route there, and then right here's the ledges. One thing I could do here, because there are no ledges, I don't want to, like, go through and put this all the way across, because that's not how the path is. So I'm really just stuck with these ledges here that don't belong in the game, but I don't know how else to create them in this. However, something like this, if I do figure out a way, is something I can change later on. That won't be a hard thing to try and fix, if I come up with a better way to do it. I just realized recreating these gyms too, because of how massive some of them are on the inside, I don't know how I'm going to remake that in here. Like, can you imagine recreating the teleporting gym for the psychic gym? That is going to be crazy. I think I'm going to create multiple levels instead of putting them all next to each other. There are teleporters in Minecraft, aren't there? I think there's some form of teleportation. If not, I'll probably just build a tunnel system within the floor or underground, and people can travel by that. As for the accuracy of that, there's no way I'm gonna get the teleporters right. All I know for sure is that when I played the game, when I would go to it, I would always go, if I was like, whichever side I was on, if I was on the bottom or top, I always went to the one, I always went up or down, is how I did it. So if I spawned in the bottom left corner, I went straight up to the top left corner, and so on. The right side, if I spawned at the top right, I went to the bottom right. And that would eventually lead me to the gym leader. So that's how I did that. Yeah, I don't want to take that too far. Just a little bit to kind of help outline things. Up here at the top, though, before I forget, we need to start our trail back. So right there. Oh. Right there, there, and there. So our pathway opens back up. And this will come up a little bit. And then it'll go this way. Alright, and then it kind of lines up with that actually. So it'll cut up right here. And it leads straight up into the next town. Actually stretches out quite a ways. I'm pretty sure it's actually uphill a bit too, but I'm not going to add that effect in. I've got enough to do with these levels right here, so that'll go straight up into the next town. It's actually quite a long stretch right here too. I want to make sure I emphasize that. Okay. Go back in and fill all this. Go fill all this in. That'll come out a little bit. There's not a ledge, but the fence, I think, comes out to about right there, and then it cuts this way. And you have a fence on each side of the path going up through here, so that's 3 blocks. It's 4 blocks on this side. I might make that side a little longer. Hold on. Actually, a lot more than 4 on that side. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's where the fence line will be on this side. Let's go ahead and add this fence line in right here, where I don't forget it. Okay. Thought I missed some spots in that. Maybe it's just the way it looked. Nope, don't need that. There we go. There's our fence line. Let's go ahead and fill this in. And then I think that's it for making the route up. Oh, I'm boxed in there. That's why I couldn't get out. Whoops, I didn't mean to come up that far. Oh, that was right. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's where I was cutting over to see how far it was. Here we go. So that'll be the route. The only bad thing is that I do need to fill in all this area too. So, oh, as much as I hate to. And then I think once the whole map is done, I'll go straight across through there and line this out, or at least take it out a ways to where you can't see it, and then bring it down so that it looks kind of nicer than it does right now. But this will go all the way up into town, and then the fence will go across through here. There we go. I don't have to fill this in on this end, but I'm going to, just to make it look visually better. Should I take that back? There's no reason to fill this in. I don't know why I'm doing this. Just take that out. This is going to continue on forward. There's no reason for me to fill in that. I do need to fill in this though. This area next to the route is filled in. You know, I think I know part of the reason why there are so many of these ledges going up through this part of the map is because you are moving towards Mount Moon. And in Pallet Town you start at sea level because you are at the ocean, actually. Because you go straight down and it takes you to Cinnabar Island. I never thought of it that way, but it makes sense. Ooh, I was just thinking about that route that leads to the dark cave in the electrical plant. That is going to be fun to make. And the route up to Mount Moon. I have a pretty good idea of how those routes are shaped, but creating them is going to be really fun. Now, one thing I'm probably not going to do that I just thought of is try and place Pokeballs. I've been thinking of an item to use as Pokeballs so that I could set them in Professor's lab, but I can't think of anything to use, honestly. Other than the heads. That's the only thing I can think of, but I don't really want to use the heads for that. Like the skull head that I used for the video game consoles. Just to kind of, more or less as a placeholder. That's really all it is. Oops. But we're almost done. And we've managed to make all of this in just over an hour. Actually not bad. At least I don't think that's too bad. I mean, it took us almost an hour and a half to make the map and build what we did in Pallet Town. It's a pretty simple city. Pallet Town is definitely the smallest town to make. But that's it. This is Route 1 from the Pokemon Generation 1 map. Let's go ahead and walk down the trail that we've created. So you would normally enter here without your Pokemon, and Professor Oak will take you back. Then you get it, and you're free to roam. Up here, talk to this nice man and get you a potion. Go up through here. Some more grass right here. Pretty sure there's a ledge over here. Now that I'm seeing the finished product, but I'm not gonna fret about that. I'm okay. I'm okay with it. And come over here. There's a ledge there. There's this whole line of ledges through here that I can jump up, but in the game you can't. So you would go this way and walk through the tall grass. There are ledges here in this, but there normally would not be. But we'll do what we can. Come up to here and you walk up the long road that, honestly, I'm probably going to stretch this out even farther. I don't think this little stretch is long enough. This little climb right here, honestly, I should make this like steps going up, because it really is a climb up to the next town. But that's it. And then when you get the parcel, you come speeding back down through here, taking the shortcut off the cliffs. Go over here. We drop there, then there would be another cliff here, I think. A cliff here. And then this is the only grass you can't avoid, I'm pretty sure. And that's why I'm almost positive that there is another cliff right here. But yeah, this is Route 1. Let's put up a sign. Let's make sure I spell route right. I don't think I can. Route 1. Voila. I'm pretty satisfied with that. I mean, if everything else goes this well, we'll be doing really good. But, thanks for watching if you watched. So, let's just take a quick look at our map and see. So far we finished Pallet Town. Well, not finished, but we have the basic structure of Pallet Town done. And Route 1. Let's go ahead and add a sign for that. Make it R1. Route 1. Wait, why is that sideways? Alright, that's gonna bother me if I don't fix it. So, Route 1. There we go. Didn't really think of a way to mark these as being finished, but Route 1 is basically finished. The only other thing I need to check actually is this fencing. Make sure I didn't miss anything on that. No, it all looks good. Alright. Yeah. So, today's Wednesday, which means Jordan won't be back tomorrow. Which means tomorrow we get to start on the next town. So, stream start tomorrow, somewhere between 8 and 9. And come watch as we start on, I'm pretty sure this is Viridian City, but I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, we're going to build Viridian City next. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe. And you can like the Facebook page at facebook.com/ClickoNinja to keep up to date with everything too. I post all the streams there whenever I go live. But thanks for watching.